Just a moment. Where is this? Oh. Okay, guys, let's start. Let's listen to it first.
England is du a Stück Leicester, in London is du as a Square. In Square stehen täglich drei Schwestern, die Mägler verkennt seine Welt. In Square stehen täglich drei Schwestern, Mägler verkennt seine Welt. Die Jüngste, sie handelt mit Blumen, Mittelste mit Wendlach in Ski. In spät in der Nacht seht man kommen, die Älteste muss handelt mit sie. In spät in der Nacht seht man kommen, die Älteste muss handelt mit sie. Die beiden Schwestern betrachten die ältere Gurune Haus, weil alle drei Schwestern verachten die räuschende Stut in die Gas. Weil alle drei Schwestern verachten die räuschende Stut in die Gas. Doch spät in der Nacht, wenn sie kommen, zu dem Nest, wo sie riefen nach Heim, benetzen sie Bändlach in Blumen, mit Tränen, wo fließen im Geheim. Benetzen sie Bändlach in Blumen, mit Tränen, wo fließen im Geheim.
Okay. So let's start reading it. Janet, can you read the English, please?
Maris Vinchevsky was born in Lithuania in 1856, then moved to Königsberg, which was then part of the Russian Empire. He was a journalist, editor, and poet in the Jewish press, for which he wrote in Yiddish and Hebrew. The Tsarist authorities arrested him for his revolutionary politics and expelled him to London. There, he continued his labor activities and founded newspapers that would reflect the interests of the Yiddish-speaking working class, der Polnische Yidel, the Polish Jew, and the Arbeiterfreund, Friends of the Workers.
What is that?
In the 1890s, he immigrated to New York, and along with Abraham Kahan and Louis Miller, founded the Vorwärts in 1897.
Oh.
Just a moment. Go on, please.
Vinchevsky was known as one of the sweatshop poets. and his poem Drei Schwester, Three Sisters, is an oblique criticism of capitalism. Pinchas Lavender sings the song here. Lavender appeared in the 1933 Yiddish musical film Gelebt und Gelacht, where he sang the song Natasha.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Janet. So let's start with the Yiddish. Brenda, can you read before you go?
Ja. In England is da a Stadt Leicester. Und London is da as a Square. Und Square stehen täglich drei Schwestern, die Mädchen kennen wer. Okay, in England stands Leicester.
No, not stand. There is
Is there. Oh, the translation, I wrote out the translation, but I'll read what it says in Hebrew. Okay, and in Yiddish. In England, there is a place,
A city.
a city, Leicester. In London, is there such a square? The square stands daily, Teglech, three sisters. The sisters, the Maidlach Kennen,
Let me
know who they know who the sisters are.
Okay, so let me just this last sentence, when I listened to it didn't make any sense to me. And when I looked at the guy's transcription, it didn't make sense, and his translation didn't make sense. So I did two things. I contacted Morty and I asked his advice, and I wrote to the Yuval library because I figured the Yuval library will have a collection of his poems, including this one, the Drei Schwestern. So Morty had some excellent suggestions, but the one from the Yuval, the text says, "Die Mädchen, sie ken wer nicht wer." They can wer nicht wer. So that wer nicht wer is written as one word, wer dash nit dash wer. And I looked in all my dictionaries and I had no luck. So I think it probably means anybody, anyone, everyone and anyone knows them. They know those sisters who stand in the square every day. I think that's what it means.
Okay,
So
Rafael wants to say something.
They can wer nicht wer.
Okay, Rafael, yeah.
Yeah, I found another version of this song online with slightly different words. They don't make much better sense there, but a little bit better. Those last lines are zum Square kommen täglich drei Schwestern. To the square come every day three sisters. That's easy. Drei Mädchen, wer weiß sie? Nicht wer. Three girls. Who knows them? Not anyone.
Mm.
Oh, wow. That changes it.
What is that? What is Teglach?
Teglach is
That
from
doesn't
Tog.
make sense because
Yes,
Daily.
what? I'm sorry, too many people.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Let's finish with Bonnie. Bonnie, Teglach is every day.
Oh, every day. Okay.
Yeah. Maurice.
right. So the actual poem uses the verb ken. They can wer nicht wer. When you're talking about knowing a person, you wouldn't use wissen. You would use kennen, which is what he has in his poem.
Mhm.
So I think it's anyone, everyone knows them. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Morty, what do you have to add? Morty?
You're muted, Morty.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what's up?
He had to go to the little boy's room.
No, he's here. Just, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm what Maurice says. first you would not use Wesen for knowing somebody. You
Right,
use Wesen to know something.
right,
Kennen is the word that you use when you want to address to mean a person.
right.
The second is, yes, the translation that you felt, Maurice, is correct. Wer nicht wer, it means anybody who is around there.
Mhm.
Anybody there.
Right.
Okay, makes sense.
So the Yivo inscription of the song is the one that is correct, which does make sense.
Right.
Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, so let's go on. Alvin, can you read it, please?
Ja, de jüngste, sie handelt mit Blumen, die mittelste mit,
Och, das ist sehr.
mit Bändlach von Schich, und spät in der Nacht, das men kommen die
Seht man.
die Ernste, was handelt mit sich. The youngest, she deals with flowers. The middle one with I don't know what bendlach are.
Shoelaces.
Shoelaces.
Shoelaces with the laces for shoes. And later in the night, at night, they comes the eldest who handles mit sich. Dus bezig is.
She
With
sells
herself.
herself. She sells herself. The first one sells flowers, the second one sells shoelaces, and the oldest one sells herself.
Ashanda.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you, Alvin.
Yeah.
Neely, I hear you all the time in the background. Can you read it? If you have problem translating, Maurice will help you. I muted you before, so unmute. Neely, you hear me? Well, maybe not. Okay, Barbara, can you read?
I'll try, but there are some words I'm not sure about. De beide geschlechtssterk betrachten, and both sisters think, I guess, or consider the ältere går on ahas. And they think about the oldest one without anger. Does that mean
Without any hatred.
Weil alle drei Schwestern verachten die Roschen, die Stadt und die Gas. So verachten, I'm not sure.
It's to despise.
All
three
because
despise.
All three, okay. Die Roschen, die Stadt und die Gas. The noise, the city, and the street.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Bob, that's your.
Doch spät in der Nacht, wenn sie kommen zu der Nest, was sie rufen aheim, benetzen die Bändler und Blumen, die Tränen, was fließen in der Heim. So still later, when they come to the nest, later in the night, they come to the nest that they call home. The way I translated this was the tears that they flowed, that flowed, moistened, wet the laces and flowers in the home. I mean,
Right.
I didn't
That's
quite,
it.
it was hard for me to,
No, it's
but I
good.
guess it
That's
was the
right.
tears that were
Yeah.
wetting.
Right, because it's inverted. It's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Do you have anything to add, Maurice?
No, that's good. Very good.
Okay, so let's
What
listen to
is that? Is that a song?
What?
Neely. We couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Is that a song that you sent to us?
Yes, and I
I
sent to you.
didn't get it, so that's why I'm like mumbling and babbling, and
Yeah, I hear you mumbling and babbling. That's why I'm muting you all the time. But usually, when Maurice sends, I send to you. If I didn't do it this week, I'm sorry. But
oh,
okay.
okay.
So
Not
usually I
see why he cannot send it direct to me. Everything is fine with my computer.
I don't know. He checked his list and you are on the list, so we don't know what's going on. Maybe the list just doesn't like you. We don't know. I will send it to you. I will forward it to you every time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
No. Okay, so
Sorry.
just no problem, Lily. Let's listen to it once again.
Oh God.
In England is du a Stück Leicester, in London is du as a Square. In Square stehen täglich drei Schwestern, die Mägler verkennt seine Welt. In Square stehen täglich drei Schwestern, Mägler verkennt seine Welt. Die Jüngste, sie handelt mit Blumen, Mittelste mit Bändlachen schief. In spät in der Nacht seht man kommen, die Älteste muss handelt mit sie. In spät in der Nacht seht man kommen, die Älteste muss handelt mit sie. Die beiden Schwestern betrachten die ältere Gurune Haus, weil alle drei Schwestern verachten die räuschende Stut in die Gas. Weil alle drei Schwestern verachten die räuschende Stut in die Gass. Doch spät in der Nacht, wenn sie kommen, zu dem Nest, wo sie riefen nach Heim, benetzen sie Bändlach in Blumen, mit Tränen, wo fließen im Geheim. Benetzen sie Bändlach in Blumen, mit Tränen, wo fließen im Geheim.
Okay. Anyone wants to comment on the song before we move on to the... Okay. So let's move on to the story, and we are going to finish today. Sholem Aleichem, cookie, crazy story about the family. So we stopped when the gendarmes came and they arrested Mr. Murderman. And at the same time, because Chaimke de Melamed told the judge about all the things that he did, all the murders, all the thieving and whatnot. And then the cook comes in and she said that she is the wife and she was waiting for papers from the rabbi to certify that she is his wife. The Chaimke de Melamed, who became the Graf Tarnegol, is the son, and that Liesl, the maid who was in Tfise, is actually the daughter. So just to get you on this page, and that's where we stopped. So let's finish the story. So where I am, not here, here. So we are the last page, yes. Okay, and so we are here. Let's here. Oh God, it's the second paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Karen, will you start reading it, please?
Yes. I don't, are you sharing the screen or shall I just read it from?
Didn't I share the screen?
No.
No.
Ah.
No, not
No,
yet.
sorry.
I know.
I know what happened. I know what happened.
It's, I know what it is. It's trick or treat.
It's witchcraft.
No, I'm sorry. I know what happened. I just did I did something. Okay. I just opened it without sharing it with you, so you know. So I
It's
saw
not
it.
enough for you to see it, Minna. We have to see it too.
I know. I know. Weird. It's weird, but yes, so just a moment. It's
There we go. There we go.
Oh no, but it's not this. I think that I just closed it before. Can you share it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, because I think I just closed the tab before.
Oh.
I have to go back.
I wanted to see a witch on Zoom.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I don't know where I put mine. Hold on.
Okay, because I made you call, so you
Yeah,
can share
no,
it.
but I don't know where I put my copy.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I just closed the tab.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, I can't search in Yiddish. That's the problem.
I'd like to Kenechalen Mitelen.
Okay.
You have it? Okay.
You have it, Rafael, so please put it up.
Medarf Lozen.
But I have to make you co-host, no?
Yeah.
Oh, so just a moment, guys. Sorry about this, but you know something. Okay, made you.
Good.
Sometimes the technical aspects are just, you know. Oh, okay, good.
Oh, now I found it.
Yeah. Okay.
Menzetschein?
No, down. It's after God.
Wo? Ogot?
Oh,
Geschossen?
yes.
Let
Oh,
off
God.
in it.
No,
Yeah.
one before.
Yeah. Oh,
God
God.
hat ausgeschrieben.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So, Karen, can you please?
Yes. Oh Gott hat euch geschrieben, Reb Shmuel Medermann, nicht mit seinem Kohl und ist reingefallen auf sein...
gefallen.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, a roof gefallen auf sein Schutef Schechtman. Oh God, screamed out Mr. Shmuel Murderman, not with his, I guess in a strange, not with his voice, in a strange voice, or
in a faltering voice.
in a faltering voice, thank you, and fell onto his partner, Shechman, hat ihm gehabt beim Hals und hat ihm so lang gestrickt, bis jener gestickt, bis jener ist gefallen tot. And he grabbed him by the throat and choked him for so long that he fell dead. Geschossen soll werden. I'm sorry that I don't know what
He should be shot. He should be shot.
Thank you. He should be shot. Hat der Gubernator gegeben Befehl. The governor gave an order. Und 10 Bixen haben gelost Ashos, and 10 rifles let out a shot. Und Reb Shmuel Murderman is gefallen tot, and Mr. Shmuel Murderman fell dead. Vater, Mutter, Bruder.
No, Vater.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vater hat geschrien, Heinke hat
Tarnegol
von Paris, nicht mit sein Kohl, screamed out, Heimke, the rooster from Paris.
You need glasses. Oh my God.
In a faltering voice, das hat ich dich geteilt. I'm sorry, I don't know what that.
Did I do this to you? That's what I think, yeah?
Did I do this to you? Lisa.
Geteit is from Toit. Have I killed you?
Ah, okay.
Oh, thank you. Lisa, bist du Hestos, meine and eigene Schwester? Lisa, you are, that is to say, my own sister. Oh God, habt Aspis, steckt sich rein in Herzen und fällt. He grabbed a pointed object and stuck it into his heart and fell. I don't know if that's the right translation for Spitz.
A spiz is a spear.
A spear, thank you.
And it's all in the present tense.
He grabs us and sticks it into his heart and falls. Vater, Mutter, Bruder, schreit euch die unglückliche Lisa, habt a Schwert, keulet sich über dem Halsen und fällt. Father, mother, brother, cries out the unfortunate Lisa, grabs a sword and
slaughters herself.
Slaughters herself in the neck and falls. Oh, meine Kinder, schreit euch die unglückliche Mutter. Oh, my children, cries out the unfortunate mother. Habt am Messer, steckt sich herein in Bauch und fällt. She grabs a knife and sticks it into her belly and falls. Oh, unglücklicher Helden meiner, oh, unfortunate characters of mine, schreit euch der Machaber von dem Roman, cries out the author of the novel, habt das Werk, schlingt das ein, Werk der Worten. He grabs his work and swallows it down, swallows it and becomes der Wort.
Choked.
He chokes on it. Which
Oh, unglücklicher Verfasser. Oh, unfortunate author, schreit euch der Leser von der Doseker, treueriger Geschickter und läuft sich hängen oder cries out the reader of this this here sad story and runs and to hang himself or drown.
It's wonderful.
I think the last word is drink, like go get drunk, you know?
No, it's drown.
Well,
It's
me-
drown.
To drown?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dus meint, dass wir alle, was hören die meisten, wir dürfen sich der trinken,
Oder Engen. Oder Engen.
die ganze Yiddish Vinkl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I read
Okay.
shall I
So
read the epilogue? Or
Let's finish it. Epilogue. Julia, can you read? Sorry, before this, I see that Marie raised her hand.
I think the moral of the story is one should always have several spears and swords around in case one needs to.
That's wonderful. Okay, Julia, can you read? You are muted, Julia. Can you unmute yourself? You're muted. You're still muted, Julia. Okay, sorry, Julia. You are muted. We cannot hear you. Oh, now, no. Okay, now, good.
Noch al hayom kont ihr zen in Livne afen Beis Elmen a ganze rei kvoren. Kvoren. Oi licht mehr der Mann, der skont tist nechen ihm Schechtman der Prozentnik. A kegen niet liege sora riva. A egene mit
Agune,
right. Mit ihre zwei Kinder Heimke oder Grof Tarnagel von Paris und ihr Tochter Leedje bei der sein liegt der Vermasser von der Geschichte und Tage neben ihm der Leser. Somebody else read that.
Okay, so to this day, you can see in Livne, in the cemetery,
And Livne is the place, right?
Yeah, Livne, Vilna.
Ah, okay.
So you can see a row of
Graves.
graves. Up there is Murderman. The Shonkist was what? A usurer, I think, yes?
A discount banker. I saw, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Near him,
Junk bonds.
Der Prozentnik, the
That's
one
fine.
that was giving him a Kegen, opposite liegt Sarah Rive, the Agune. Agune is one that a woman that was left by her husband without
Terrible
getting a
thing. Yeah.
together with her two children, Heinke or Graf Tarnegol, Graf Tarnegol Rooster from Paris, und ihre Tochter und ihre daughter Leache. By the side, on the side, there is the Verfasser, the author of the story, und da neben him, and really next to him, the laser, the reader.
The reader.
The reader. So this is, yeah.
Bravo.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Nina,
Yes, Maurice, yeah.
I don't know if you or other people may be familiar with some of the skits of Gigan and Schumacher.
Of course I am.
One of the skits where they make
have a
fun of
question.
how operas end, and he goes, Mishtarbt, Mishtarbt, Mishtarbt. It's just like this. People are dying left and right.
But the best thing is that after Mishtar, in keine Rifnischka doctor.
I have a question.
Yes,
What about,
who is it?
what about Boiberik? That is a place, right?
Yeah, but that's a fictitious place. Boiberik is a fictitious place.
And yet
like
there is a, for many years, there was a camp that called itself Boiberik.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think the Workman's Circle camp.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
No, the Workman's Circle camp is Kindering.
No,
But
there was more than one. There was
Oh.
more than one. Boiberik was where people like, I believe I read in Klepfish went, and other people, I think. I can't remember who.
Boiberik is near Yehupitz.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but Yehupitz is Kiev.
That's a different
Kiev,
place.
and Boiberik is also, it's an imaginary place. It's not real.
Yeah, Boiberik is a place where Jews are allowed to live, as opposed to Yehupitz, where you need special permission. So Boiberik is the kind of the Jewish town not far from Yehupitz, and of course that's invented by Shalom Aleichem.
Yeah.
Do you think this story been translated? Is it funny in English?
Okay, so can you stop the sharing report? Marif sent me a translation that she put it through OSR. What was it?
I got it from Google. It's not good. It needs a lot of help, but at least it's a start.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
there is
funny?
no translation, but we will work on it because it's so funny that we want to do it next year, May 2024, if we are here and healthy and whatever, yeah, food, and and so we want to do it for the Sholem Aleichem event that the Yiddish Vinkl is putting on every year because it's really, really funny.
Yeah, I mean, I had trouble following it, and of course the humor completely escaped me.
So Marif sent me an English version, a rough English version, and I will work on it, and I will ask some of you to work on it as well for the Sholem Aleichem.
You'll get it when you see Minna as the Aguna with as a kitchen maid with her sword by her side.
It's a crazy one, but it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. So the next story that we are going to read today is fit for this. It's a ghost story. It's a Yiddish ghost story. I thought, well, the thing is that when I send you the material, I noticed that it's going to be Halloween. So I didn't have a lot of time to prepare something new. This is something that we did previously at the Yiddish Vinkl when we used to meet in, you know, at Beverly's place. So we did this story. But most of you were not there. So for you, it will probably something new. So let's do this. And this time
we all love your hat.
Yeah.
Speaking of Halloween, that's great.
What's the name of it? I'm confused by now with all the things.
What's the name of it? Der Chasen for jener Welt. The groom of the other realm. Okay?
What? Oh, yes. Okay, I got the wrong one. Okay.
Do you see it, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Make it larger.
I'm going to make it bigger.
The Chosen.
Oh, what's with the Bardichevsky?
Bardichevsky afterward, when we will when we will finish reading this, you know.
Okay.
I told you, when I was writing to you, I just noticed that it's going to be Halloween. So I said we will do the Bardichevsky later.
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay. Beverly, can you start reading?
Sure.
Oh, Neely.
Okay. In my Heimstadt bells, in my house, how do you say Heim?
Hometown.
Hometown. My hometown bells. Hab ich amol gehört amaisa. I once heard a story that sailed von mein Bubby. My grandma, my Bubby, told us this story. Elka Bas Yaakov. I guess that's her name.
Bas.
But Elka Bas Yaakov. Oh, Elka, the daughter of Jacob.
Yes.
Ain't Eigenplech. I don't know what that means.
Actually.
Oh, Eigenplech. Hat sie die Mainze erzählt mein Mama. Actually, she really told the story to my mother. Bas sei seinen beide gesessen in Winter Vernacht bei der Haruba und reingeworfen jedes Mal. Why do they make such long sentences?
Okay, so stop in the middle.
Yes, I agree. That's how my mama. Beise seinen beide gesessen while they were both sitting in a winter night, Vernacht, by der, I don't know what that word, Haruba. What does that word mean, Haruba?
Haruba, it's an oven.
Oh, an oven, wow. I used to say oven, but anyway, on reingeworfen, and they were throwing in jedes Mal every minute, Gemenia, that's like a little pieces, right?
Yeah.
A handful.
A handful. Truckene Shaneshkes. What is that?
It says Keralech.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, sunflower seeds. Aha. Sholachen. The sholach is the outside. The
shells.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say sholach in
Sunflower
English.
shells.
The shells.
I know, I'm joking, but we always say sholach. We didn't know the English. Sholachen und fire and fire. They threw the shells of the nuts into the fire. In jenem Jahr is given mamish an Eis Chapenish. In that year, there was a Eis Chapenish means to grab.
Yes.
Keilen on Hals. Maybe there wasn't enough coal and wood.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hat jeder geheißt mit dem
was hat sich in ihm eingegeben zu kriegen. So everyone used whatever they had, whatever they got.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
What they were
before you
able
con-
to get.
What they were able to get.
Were
yes.
able to get. So there was a shortage of wood and Holz and coal.
And coal, yeah. So before you continue, yes, Marsha.
I think you're going to explain that word, sunflower seeds, is it? I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah. The sunflower seeds, yes.
I don't know.
So
The
Sholach,
shells, the shells.
But also the peels.
We just lost.
Yeah, I know. It just
The
jumped.
Sholach hat gier ausgebrennt. The how do you say word?
The
peels.
The peels.
The what? The peel. The peel hat sich ausgebrennt. It burned itself out. They were using it to burn. Wie noch die Feuer. Wie noch die Feuerzungen haben es gehabt. As soon as the fire teeth of the fire grabbed them.
The flames.
Oh, the flames, right. Grabbed them. In ein Sekunde, in 1 second, hat men gedacht, we had to oft unterwerfen a neue Portia. We had to throw a new portion.
Yes. Yeah.
Die Bubbe, my grandmother, verhabt mit ihr eigenem erzählen. Okay, so my grandmother starts with her own story. Fleckt plötzlich bleiben sitzen, iberen Sack mit Scholchen, that she always was left sitting with a sack.
Suddenly, plötzlich.
Oh, suddenly she was left sitting with a sack of Scholachs.
On top of the sack.
Oh, she was sitting on top of the sack.
She was, she was sitting at the top on the sack, and suddenly it's kind of like she froze or something.
So she starts telling the story.
Yeah.
Das Punim vergossen mit a fire farb. Her face was with a red fire.
Color.
Is that right?
Color.
Color.
Yeah.
Okay. Her face had a red color because they were burning. Because it was cold, it was winter. Wie verstellt mit a verkrimpte Maske. And as if she's has a mask on.
Yes.
But verkrimpt, how do you translate verkrimpt? Like ugly, mad?
No,
ugly.
Sort of crushed.
Like
wrinkling.
Wrinkled.
Wrinkled is the word.
Wrinkled. Very good. Hat sich mir in die Reges gedacht. So to me, I'm not sure what Reges means.
In that moment,
I thought, as a fille ihr called, just her voice is geworden Häserike. It was Häserike horse on verborgener. I don't know what that word is. I should know, but I don't. Her voice became hoarse and
what?
One at a time.
One person, just one person. Because it's both coming out together. What's for
what is verborgener?
I have to look it up.
Borrowed.
Oh, borrowed.
Borrowed,
right.
yeah.
Somebody else.
What?
Okay.
Somebody else's voice.
Who's
Correct.
disguised.
On Ut is the mindset lane, and here is the story.
No. Yeah. Okay, so Rafael, you have to add anything?
Oh, sorry.
No.
Yes, verborgen can mean borrow, but here it means hide. More hoarse and more hidden.
More hidden. Okay.
In
Thanks.
100 people would know that, what he just
Julie?
Yeah. Don't you say Shemishkes for the
Temetskes, yes.
Never heard that
Yeah.
word.
Semechkes, yeah. We just,
Never heard that word. My mother said Nislav.
no, but yeah,
My
Zuli
mother said
Semechkes.
Nislav. Nislav.
But what is Vergener?
Hidden. Raphael said that it's hidden.
Season?
So it's like, you know, when you sit near a fire and you start telling horror stories or all kinds of things, so your voice became more hoarse and hidden, and you start to tell the story in front of the group of children to frighten them. So that's it. So, okay, sorry. So, Marsha, go on, Marsha. Marsha?
Where are we?
Here, Unot is the Maise Alai.
Oh, I didn't recognize. Entschuldigung. Unot is die Meise allein, and here is the story by itself. It hat sich einmal
Oben sich amol.
Es hat sich einmal.
Oben sich.
Entschuldigung.
Oben.
Oh, Entschuldigung. Es haben sich einmal gelebt sehr gut zwei Chaverim, and there once lived, once upon a time there lived two friends together. Fleck sie ständig lernen und einem. They were learning together. Hat sie sich gemacht, als ein Chaver ist gestorben, Kinderheit. One friend passed away very young.
Okay.
Is übergeblieben der Zweiter, and the other one was left there. And die Zeit ist gekommen, werd a chazan, and the time came that he became a cantor.
No,
Oh, I thought it was. I know he got married too, but I thought that he said chazan. But
no, he became a chusen. He became a groom.
Entschuldigung, a chosed, a chosen.
Yes.
Yes.
Fahr der Chasene, wie ziffiert sich by Yidden, and this is how it goes by the Jewish people.
Yeah, but before the wedding, as it
before
goes
the wedding, einem Tag von einem Tag von stellen die chuppah, and in the day when you put up the canopy, lost men nit dem chasen by night. You don't let him stay by the night alone.
He may run away. So.
Come back to a party.
Is grad und der nachgewen Schriefe. Is in grad there was a fire
No, not in
just
grad.
then. Grod is just then.
Just then.
Okay, and just then, let's see, suddenly, could it be suddenly? Okay, just then, in the Nacht, there was a Zriefe, a fire, und alle seinen gelaufen, loschen das Fire, and everybody ran to put out the fire. Hat der Chassan sich euch rausgehabt, cooked zu Tag, and the Chassan looked out also to see what was going on.
Okay, good, Marsha. Thank you. Good. Okay. Morty, will you continue, please?
Sure. Erst noch hat men verstanden, only later it was understood, as the Schreife is gewesen nicht kein zufällige Sache, that the fire wasn't something that suddenly happened. Also wie der Hosen is a Reusen Dreusen, at the time that the Hosen, the groom, ran outside, ist zu ihm zugegangen der gestorbene Haver und geht ihm still afraid. At that moment, it came to him the dead friend and asked him the following: "Was machst du etwas? What are you doing?" Beim Unheub hat der Hosen sich erschrocken. At the beginning, the groom got scared. Nor noch hat verloren der Pachet, but later he lost the fright und hat erzählt sein alten Chaver, als hat heint Chassene. And he told his old friend that he was going to get married. Ruft sich zu ihm der Chaver. The friend tells them then, komm mit mir auf a minute, will ich dir weisen, wo ich wohne. Come with me for a minute, I will show you where I live. Hat ihm der Chusen geantwortet. The groom answered to him, wie kann ich weggehen, als ich darf in Gichen fuhren zu der Chippe? How can I go away with you, since I have to, in very soon, go to the Chuppah? Der Chusen, der Chaver hat sich aber von ihm nicht upgechappet, gebeten weiter. But the friend did not leave him alone. He asked him again, von deswegen, auf a minute kennst du gehen nicht mehr. At that, just for a minute, you can go, not more than that.
Okay, thank you, Morty.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Luisa, can you continue?
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is von deswegen?
Because of that, considering that.
No, it means
It's
nonetheless.
However.
It means
just
what?
Just a moment, one at a time. Morty, you say considering it. Rafael, you say?
Nonetheless.
Nevertheless.
Okay, nevertheless.
Thank you. Der Hussen hat sich noch gegeben und sich gelost gehen mit dem Haber. The groom let himself go, I guess, or what would noch gegeben be? Accepted?
Gave accepted,
Gave in.
Gave in.
Gave in, okay. And let himself go with his friend. Jener hat ihm... Excuse me? So he went with a friend. Jener hat ihm gebracht zu führen in sehr reich, schein Haus äußer der Stadt. So I guess it's that one. Oh, I don't know what Jener refers to here.
The other one, the friend.
The other one took him to a very rich, nice house away from the city. Auf dem Tisch ist gelegen a Gemore. On the table there was a Gemore. Und der Haber ruft sich on zum Hassen. And the friend called the Hassen towards him. Lo mir sehen, let's see. Wer von uns beide gedenkt besser das Lernen? Which one of both of us remembers better the studies? Haben die zwei Haverin sich abgesetzt beim Tisch lernen und azoi haben sie gelernt kein Jahr, I don't know what.
Kufnun.
Kufnun.
What would that mean?
The number.
That will be a number.
But why does it say Yor after that? So
it's 150. 150.
Oh,
150 years.
Kuf is 100 and Nun is 50.
Yeah, so they studied the 150 years.
Yes. So it has a name, but how do you call it when you put it into the letters? Gematria.
Gematria?
It's gematria. It's the
okay.
gematria, yeah. And you know, in Israel, we studied it at school. So I don't remember which class it was, which grade, but we studied it at school. So
I need to go back to that phrase. So the two friends sat by the table to study, and in this way they learned Kufnun Yor. So they were really studying the gematria of 150, you say?
No, they sat together and studied 150 years.
Oh.
It's a ghost story.
Okay,
so
okay, now I get it. So noch die 150 Jahr ist der Hutzen herausgegangen von dem schönen Haus und sich gelost gehen zurück zum Mechuten. Man soll stellen die Huppe, weil ihm hat sich ausgewiesen, als das alles, was sich mit ihm geschehen, hat gedauert etliche Minuten. That's excellent. So after the 150 years, the Hussen left the beautiful house and let himself go back to the
in-laws.
In-laws. So they could set up the huppe, because for him, because in his for him, or in his experience, the entire thing had happened. So as das alles, was ist mit ihm geschehen, everything that had happened to him had lasted several minutes. Ist zugegangen zu der Stub von sein Mechusen, geht a guck. Schon gar an ander Stub in ganze Übergebäude. So he arrives at the house of his Mechuten, of the in-laws, and he takes a look, and it's a completely different house in ganz Übergebäude, completely rebuilt. Die Menschen auf die Gassen, als sie haben ihm der Sehen, angetan in Malbushim von mit 150 Jahr zurück, haben von ihm gelacht. So the men, or the people in the street, as they saw him dressed in garments from 150 years before, just laughed at him.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Louisa. Steve, can you continue?
Ich will prove.
Yeah.
Der
That's the
Gassen
spirit.
Der Chosen ist fort reingegangen in Stub und hat angehäuben fragen auf sein Machuten und Kala. The groom travels into the house and begins to ask something of the in-laws and the bride.
So he asked about.
Ask about.
He's asking about.
Regen oif is ask about. Okay.
Yeah, he's asking about.
Okay. Alle gucken ihm on. Wie Meshuggene. Oh ja, das ist bei mir, wenn ich red Yiddish. Alle look at him as though he's nuts. Nor the Altitschke?
Yeah, Altitschke.
Was is Altitschke?
A little old lady.
Little old lady, okay. Only the little old lady. Was is gesessen und a Vinkl. Only the old lady who's sitting in the corner. An an old grandmother. Wenn sie hat der Herd de Nemen von dem Machuten und der Kala, when she has heard him the name of the in-laws and the bride, hat sie sich dar Mond in der Meisa. She herself, she
remembered
the story. Was noch? Yeah, I thought somebody was talking. Was noch ihr Baba hat dar zeilt wegen Chosen, welcher is verfallen geworden bei Nacht auf kein Jahr. Okay, so
Kufnun.
150. Oh, 150. Okay. Okay. So she remembered the story. What her grandmother had told her about the chassan, who is, or what is, fell down, became fallen, became disappeared on the night over 150 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Steve. Good. Okay, Rochelle, go on.
Mein Bobbe pflegt alle ihre Meises damit verendigen mit Musel Heschel. I don't know what that means.
Musar Atzeichel.
Musar Haskell.
A wisdom.
The moral.
What does it mean?
It's like the moral of the story.
A wisdom, yeah. Okay, that's what I would have gleaned out of it. My grandmother used to tell all her stories
and
all of her stories with a moral, while sie hat gewusst, als ich hör sich zu, because she knew that I was listening. Euch dem Ausführ von der Mainze wegen Chosen hat sie abgeschickt zu mir. Also the von der Ausführ, the ending or the meaning of the story she addressed to me. Ich bin doch gesetzen hinter sei beide. I was sitting behind both of them, der Mamin und der Bobbe. I was sitting behind the mother and the grandmother mit ungespitzte Ohren. Technically, it means pointed ears, but ears tuned into them. Minheg tor menit brechen. I don't know what minheg means. You can't break
Custom.
it.
A custom.
Oh, habit. Okay, a custom you can't break. Hat die Bobbe heuch gesagt, men darf folgen, was etliche Menschen, ältere Menschen sagen. You can't, you shouldn't break a custom. You have to listen to and adhere to what the older people say.
Yeah.
Shonesh.
No, that's just the word that was before.
Okay.
But which minig is it that he broke?
He left
running off on your wedding night.
One at a time. Mariv.
Don't go running off on your wedding night.
The meaning was that on the wedding night, people should not leave the groom by itself.
Ah, okay.
But there was the fire, and everyone ran to put the
out
fire.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But it also implies that the fire was not an accident.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So does any of you have any Jewish, ghost stories or anything? Because, it's 9 minutes to 12, so we will not start the next story. So just, if you have any kind of ghost stories, anything that, Jewish Halloween, Dibek and what, Dibek, golems, whatever.
Don't go to study some kishkushim.
Nearly. I will not translate. Okay.
Why not? I can translate it.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. So that was a story by Boris Sandler.
Excellent.
That's great.
And Boris Sandler, I think he was at one time the editor of the Forwards, yes?
Right.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Did we read this? Did we read this before? Because I knew.
I don't remember.
I must have read
I
it.
don't remember if we read it in this group. I know that we read it when we used to meet in person.
Okay.
I'm not sure that. I just noticed that it's Halloween, and I said, let's do it, because I didn't have time to find another ghost stories, but I don't think that we have many ghost stories in Jewish tradition.
Oh, the golem.
Yeah, we have the golem, we have the dibek.
In Fiddler, the grandmother, Baba Tzeitel comes back. Remember?
Oh,
well,
that's
that was a purposeful fantasy by
I know. By Shlomo.
that was Tevye was writing that story.
But it all comes from the seeds.
That's a wonderful scene in Tevye.
It all comes from the seeds.
Yeah. Louisa, I see.
Okay, yeah, I have two comments about some of the words and actually questions. One is a comment and the other one is a question. Sully was asking whether the word for the seeds was semishkes. That was the word we used to call them in Argentina in the Jewish school, because everybody was eating them and of course throwing the what do you call the what?
The sholef.
But I thought always that I may be wrong, but you always used to think that the word semishkes came from the Spanish semillas or semillas.
Luisa, it's also in Russian.
I see.
My
Okay.
parents used to say semichkes
Semichkes,
all the time, and
So
my Russian friends also use it all the time.
Okay, so it's not
also
it's
in
not from
Russian.
Spanish. It's
No, it's not.
It's in Russian.
Okay, and the other question is also a dialectal comment, probably because the word obgechepet, I remember that once in some story we came upon that word, and it seemed like none of the people, or almost nobody in the group, recognized it as an expression from home. But my parents,
I know.
my mother always used to say chepet a hoop.
Chepet a hoop, yeah.
Chepet a hoop.
Like it kind of get lost.
Exactly.
Move away, get lost.
Chepet a hoop, exactly. Even though she was always speaking Polish, of course, at home. But that one was in Yiddish.
Yeah.
What does it mean literally? Give it a hope.
It means like
stop bothering me. Stop
bothering
me.
Don't bother me. Go away. Don't bother me.
The chepet is so familiar to me, but I don't remember what else my mother said with it. But something chepet.
My mother used to say, chepet dich op kai hatten in kop in de wand.
Yeah. Okay.
You use shepetzer when somebody is bothering you all the time with the same thing. I associate it with the word nudnik.
Yeah.
In Hebrew, you say מבלבל את המוח.
בדיוק, exactly.
Okay, so Marsha, yes, Marsha.
To me, it seemed like he woke up from a dream, and the same thing in Fiddler when he's having a dream about.
He didn't have the dream.
I forgot exactly, but it's a dream, like a cholam that they're waking up from. But I don't know.
The story? Yeah, well. Okay. Zuli.
Ja, ich habe gewollt suchen. Als wir lesen Chemischkes, we go to the theater, the upper level, and through the skin downstairs, and we always said the ghosts are strong in the Chemischkes. We are not guilty.
Okay. I guess you were children at the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa, that we ate the Chemischkes through them.
Now we used to eat them. Everybody had in the Jewish school in Buenos Aires, there was a lady that would sell them out of the house that was next door to the Jewish school. So every evening when we used to get to the Jewish school, she would open her window. I'm sorry, it was the window. And everybody would buy the bags of the semishkes, and they would take them into the school. So they would litter the floor like as if it were a carpet. And of course, the teachers or the people in the school would be very upset, but it was just an everyday habit. So,
okay.
Beautiful memories.
Nice story. Nice story. Steve, yes?
Yeah, I was just going to say, when I was in Ukraine, I was in a town called, near my father's town, Bilki. It was the big town there is Monkach. And around the square, many people were selling the seeds. That was like a source of income for a lot of people, and still is in Eastern Europe, and you can, anywhere you go, people are roasting and selling the seeds, and they're very, very good.
Yeah, crunchy.
I think that if you like ghost stories, one of the best probably is Bashevis's Satan and Gorai.
Oh,
but that's a whole.
No, another one is the Tishvit shade, the Tishvit shade. That's a very, very good story, but that's, it's like an allegory of the Holocaust. It's an amazingly good story. very difficult to read, but so I will not bring it. But
No,
if you feel
we don't need
if you
it.
feel you have the strength for it, I think you can find it in English.
What's the name?
The Tishvitz shed. Tishvitz is a place. So, Rochelle, yeah.
I don't know if anybody acknowledged Marie's background there. I stepped away before for a few minutes, so I don't know if that happened while I was away, but
That's where she lives. That's her house.
yes. Anyway, it's really nice.
Didn't Isaac Bashevis Singer have ghosts in his? I've never read much of his stuff.
He has many ghosts in his stories. He has many ghosts. Yeah, a lot of supernatural things are happening in his stories, but Bashevis Singer is not easy to read. So yeah, the Satan from Gori is an amazing. It's a novella. It's a yeah. So if you can find it, you can find it in English. So
yes.
Wasn't there
But the Yiddish is better.
Play?
Sorry?
Wasn't there a famous play about some?
No, that's the D-book.
Yes,
that's
yes.
the D-book.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a D-book.
Yeah. No,
That's the
different.
D-book.
That's
There
different.
was also a play made out of some of Singer's work. I think F. Murray Abraham was in it, but I can't remember what it was now. It was the one where the guy pretends he's a Dybbuk to have an affair with this woman. I can't remember that.
Satan of Gorai.
Yeah, right. That I think that was made into a play. It was on Broadway for a while, but I remember F. Murray Abraham was in it, and it was this. I just couldn't get to it at the time. So,
Morty, say the name again. What was it?
Satan in Goray.
The Satan in Goray. The devil in Gorai.
Right, but he wasn't the devil. He was
no, he was a man.
Yeah,
But was
it some people say that's the same thing. So,
but was it I.J. Singer or I.B.?
I.B.
IB.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was
Yes.
Aha.
I have it here somewhere, but it's in Hebrew, so yeah, so it won't help.
I read that Isaac took his middle name from his mother. Did
Yes.
anybody?
Correct.
Oh, and
His mother's name was Bathsheba.
And the mother was alive, and he took the name.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I think she was. But he was an old. He was already in his 30s when he took that name.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to differentiate himself from his brother.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the
his brother was a very good writer too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I
and
think
his sister.
I think
Esther Kreitman, yes, of course. But
I'll bring. But I
yeah,
think
well, we did the Bashevis siblings, so yeah, we
Right.
did already the Bashevis siblings. So well, we will continue because I have a very good allegory by Bashevis Singer that is, is must as a Helm story, but we will do it later.
I think Louisa wanted to say something.
Yeah, Louisa, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that the name would be Bathsheba in Hebrew or in Yiddish, Bathsheba, but the way I read somewhere that he ends it Bashevis because it's like saying Basheva's son.
Yeah.
So that's why it's Bashevis with an S at the end.
It's like mortal paces.
Exactly.
Mortal paces cousin. So yeah,
it's an apostrophe indicating
yes.
An apostrophe indicating possession. Apostrophe.
Yeah, the possession, yes. Yeah. Marsha, yes?
Yeah, but it's not his real name. He just took it. It's like a pen name for writing the books, but he wasn't doing it to say anything against his mother, that she was alive and everything. It was just a made-up play name. Like my name, Marsha Love, is not real. So I have a real name too.
So what is your real name?
Mildred Goldstein.
Oh, okay.
She changed it?
So when you see, I see it in the emails, and I thought that someone else. I didn't know. Okay. So, yeah, Susan.
You know what we say? Dieselbe Jente, anders geschleiert. Same Jente with a different wig.
Okay. Does
Very
any
cute.
one of you have other names as well?
Well, I use Rachel most of the time, but there were already 3 Rachels on this thing, so I didn't use it. I use Rachel Rotenberg, which is my given name at birth, and not my legal name, but I often have things addressed to that when I don't want the mail forwarded or whatever. I have this whole system because I'm in Florida for the winter. So everything that I don't want forwarded comes to Rachel Rotenberg, and the stuff that I do want forwarded comes to Rochelle Steinfeld.
Okay. It's a complicated system.
It's not, because Rachel Rotenberg was my given name. And nobody can say Rachel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You put a hex Zuli. Okay. Okay, Louisa, I see you.
Yeah, Suli, where is Suli? Did she disappear?
Yeah, she just disappeared. Okay.
So I wanted to comment on the names because it's very interesting. First of all, I think Jews always have a story of having several names because of our habit of having a Hebrew name or a Yiddish name or a Hebrew and Yiddish name, and then one for the legal documents and so forth. So, for example, my Hebrew name is Leah. So, and some in my house would call me, not in my house really, but anyway, in the Jewish school, my name was always Leah. But of course, in the morning, I was Luisa, right? So when I went to Israel, it created an identity problem for me. Because when I registered, for example, at the Hebrew University, all of my legal documents were with Luisa. So I couldn't start putting Leah out of the blue, even though everybody from the Jewish environment knew me as Leah. So, and it was never put in as a second name. My mother just gave me one name, which was Luisa, but she would tell me, your Hebrew name is Leah, of course. So anyway, so that really created an issue of identity because, of course, then I would have to spell Luisa in Hebrew, right? And in Hebrew, people have the tendency to spell Luisa not with an S like the name is, but with a Zayin. So everybody in the Hebrew world or in Israel would call me Louisa, right? Like Mina always calls me Louisa.
Louisa, yeah, because that's.
And that now, you know, when I'm in touch with my old friends from the Jewish school and the people that I went to Israel with, I have a hard time trying to pick out which name I sign all those WhatsApp comments with, because every time I write, I think, well, if I just write Leah, some of them may know me as Leah, and other people will know me as Luisa. So I have to put Luisa/Leah for everybody. So I think it's a Jewish thing.
Yeah, it is, because the name Rochelle was just written down.
I'm going to sign
for
off,
the
folks.
immigration people at Ellis Island or wherever we came in, because they could not spell Rachel. Most other Rachels are Rachel or some other name. Rochelle just came into his head, and my father and his brother, their names got written down differently. My last name is Rotenberg, Rotenberg, but my uncle's last name is Rothenberg, Rothenberg. So, you know, everything was just a jumble. And then they named my sister Golda, which at least they knew about Golda Meir, but that was a problem for her, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't translate that one. I mean, she was born here, but it just always stayed Golda. And they called her Goldie, but
yeah. Okay.
Morty,
Okay,
what's your
right.
name?
Morty?
Yes, I read somewhere some time ago that because of the way we set up our names, our Jewish names, the person said that every person carries a cemetery name. And it's like that with all Jews. For example, I have my name in Spanish is Morty, you, or Hugo. In Hebrew is Mordechai El Hanan. And you know, so you can have 2 or 3 names. And like Luisa, when I came to Canada, all my papers were in the way that it's done in Peru, which is your first name, your middle name, your father's last name, and your mother's last name. So it's like a huge, it's a huge number of letters. Yes.
So
it's
what
a
did
huge
they call you in Peru? Hugo?
No, Morty.
Morty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought Morty cannot be Morty's name because Mortimer would not be a name in Spanish in Peru.
No, but my father he wanted Morty because his father was Mordechai, and he wanted to translate it somehow easier in Spanish than saying Mordechai in Spanish.
Yes.
So he chose Morty. And now I am a nephew of Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Mariv and Maurice, and we will finish. Mariv?
So I never have said this in this group before, but you might have figured out Marie Zechavi is a name I chose. I have a legal name. I can't get rid of it because I'm a twice published author and my name is on Amazon with my books. And
what is your name?
Know that whole other stuff. And I'm not telling anyone what the name is, but I love Mariv. I love the name Mariv. So
how do we know to buy your book?
We want to buy your books.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
They're very specialized subjects that have their following, but it's not a general something that yeah.
I checked it out, Mariv. I looked at it. I'm not saying I'm not.
But anyway,
I never say the word.
I'm enjoying this discussion about Jews having several names because
see how many secrets we carry. See how many secrets we carry with our names.
Yes, yeah.
Mariv is the name of a newspaper in Israel.
But Mariv is also a tefillah. It's also a prayer. So.
But it's really nice having a few names. I use them for different things.
Maurice?
Okay, so 2 Sachen auf meine naturalization papers. Mein certificate, my name is Moise, M-O-I-S-Z-E. Ich habe eine von meiner Familie in Israel. Der letzte Namen, sie haben 3 andere Namen. Eine Namen ist Rom, R-O-M, eine ist Rum, R-U-M, und eine ist Ron, R-O-N. Selbe Familie.
Wow.
Yeah. Marsha?
Sometimes I don't know who I am.
Hold on.
I think you know.
Remind me, don't they?
It's been a wonderful session. It's been a wonderful session. And we will see you next week. I already sent you the story for next week. So I will send it again, on Thursday or something. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, I took it
Put
off.
the hat back on.
For those in Israel, take care of yourselves.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Who is in Israel? I was going to ask
from
you.
us, no one. No one from us.
But everybody has family there.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Barbara.
family and friends.
Barbara.
I'm finishing and I'm going to call because we
are all one.
Set up
We
a
are all
session to
one.
call each other. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And Dorit too. And so Dorit joined us earlier, but I've been in touch with her a few weeks ago and she said she was okay. But I'll touch base again. Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.